Welcome to Teachable Moments. First off, hug yourself, love yourself, and forgive yourself. And I am so happy to be here today to share with you with what God placed inside of my heart. And may you take this message and may you stay to the end. And I hope that it will fulfill your heart, your mind, to allow you to walk in your uniqueness, your boldness, and stand strong in your light, queen and king. Let's begin. When it happened, what are you preparing to do? When it happened, what are you preparing to do? How unconfessed shame turns into rejection of people, not protection. Now, I know I can raise my hand when someone had said something or someone have done something that doesn't align with my moral and beliefs. There was ways about myself that I said, take out the trash, where you go, scoot away. But the Lord said, why cannot it be recycled? Why it cannot be reused? Why the things that we take when someone does to us so personally, excuse me guys, and we put them out in the trash. And then this is what some of us do to many of the people that bring an offense. You ready for the demonstration? Let's bring it in. Wow. The layers of walls. These layers is a representation of things that we hold on to, the things that we are trying to block God out, the things that we are too ashamed to talk about. So the more shame, the more we start to build up. And frankly, it is really not the particular individual who we are mad at. It is more with what comes behind it, the shame, the guilt, the resentment, the bitterness, right? And many of us have a facade, and many of us carry a camouflage. And with that camouflage, you see what happens. You see me, and now when I got my wall up, you can't even really know the real me. Because why? I am hidden, and I'm staying behind my wall. Because my wall is blocked. My wall is telling me that if they see me, or if you see me, you see what I did or what I done. I can't risk being exposed. I can Please don't come too close. That's why when it happened, what are you preparing to do? How are you bringing it to God? Because unconfessed shames turn into this rejection. Are you rejecting the same or that person or thing that God is trying to send your way? But most importantly, are you blocking God out? Because let me tell you what walls are doing. Walls is built to protect. Shame will eventually block God. And this is how God feeling with many of us. We are allowing our giants to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and leaving God out and not allowing God to come in and heal. But why? Because God doesn't heal what we hide. And he doesn't enter spaces we refuse to open. Until a person comes to God with what they ashamed of, the walls stay up. The records stay active. The heart stays guarded. The heart stays guarded. And having a guarded heart, I mean, this wall is so big. So when God does send help, how can help come in when it's so guarded? The walls, staying behind the wall, how can somebody know the real you? How can somebody really know? How can God enter into a place where many is refusing to let him in? Oh, I can't let him in there. Oh, but if he finds out what, oh, this, what will happen? Oh man, I think I'm ready. So you take one down. Oh, I think I'm ready to let him in. So you could be good removing it, but what if it's messy? What if the pieces that come out now is starting to reveal something? Now it's starting to allow light in. What happens when light starts to shine? Light does two things, guys. It reveals and it heals. This is what like open wounds is like in our heart. You see them holes? They are yelling and they are asking for help. I need something, but I just don't know what I need. But I'm used to my own coping mechanism. And how I cope with my reality is by allowing uncleanness interject where God needs to be in place to protect. But see, light is threatening to those guarded secrets. So when you walk in obedience, right? Some will feel exposed. Some will react defensively. Some will push away. Not because you are wrong, but because the light touches what they have buried. The light touches what they have buried. So it goes back to when it happened. What are you preparing to do? When it happened, what are you preparing to do? Because when we put someone out on the trash, and when we say that, you are beneath, and I'm not getting past what hurt and what pain lies within me. So when you come along this journey, wherever my heart is postured is what's going to come out. So if I'm living in shame, and if I'm living with unconfessed shame, I'm not actually allowing God to come in and heal the places where my open wounds are gaping for someone, for God to come in and repair those wounds. And God is the only one that can come in and heal these wounds and repair what was broken. Once we allow him in to trust, we will see that all it takes is to him opening up. Now, what happens when you are walking in hatred and you hate someone and you can't forgive? I can't forgive that. I can't forgive you. There it says in 1 John 3:15, whosoever hate his brother is a murderer. This isn't literally about killing. It's about cutting people off in your heart. When shame goes unchecked, love grows cold. Compassion dries up. Walls replace relationship. And I'm wondering who God has sent along your journey to love you down, to find comfort in your wounds, to allow you to feel safe in a place where you can go to God to repair. Because that shame that's going unchecked is showing up in areas of your life where many of us is not living the best version of ourselves. Because your love is so cold, your love is so hard, that when incidents come around, the guard is up. You are behind the wall. You are protecting what you do not want no one to know. Because if they find out, what will they say? What will they do? How would they use my wounds in a way that won't put me out in the light? But are we going in the way where it is under God realm? Until we lay at God's feet, God is saying, there's nothing too big. There's nothing greater. Come behind the wall. Come and let me in. I can bring a new thing if you just invite me in. I need to see you. I want to heal you. I want to repair you. I want to use you. I want to love you. I want to show you God's love, so that way you can know how to love. I want you to live bold. I want you to be free. I want you to know you can trust me, but are you willing to let God in? Or will the walls will remain? Love will be blocked and hearts will stay guarded when you won't allow God into. But whom the Son set free is free indeed. So, are you willing and are you ready to be free? Let yourself go so you can fly off and be you. No matter where you've been, no matter what you've done in your life, there's always room and opportunity with God to make it all right. It is ourself that hold on to these things, and these shameful things. It block the blessings what God trying to use. He wants to use you, but you are in the way and you're using yourself. And I want you to know it is a disservice to God, and it hurts God, because God said that very thing that I want, you do not trust me with, but you keep taking it and you keep trying to reshape it, and you trying to remold it, and you trying to move it, and you trying to switch it. You are coming up with every tactics on your own. But when I created you the first time, you were made beautiful in my image, and you are still beauty. And whatever mess you are in, that's not going to define God's love. But see, when we don't allow God into those areas, we are going out on our terms of love. We are discarding people that where we need to allow people in that come with the God's love, that comes with a love of, hey, I have done some things too, that was displeasing to God. But it is fair for you to live a bold life and to walk boldly and accept yourself for who you are. and allow God to work through those wounds and through the healing. So that way you can see what is life like without me being behind the walls. What is it like for me to live bold without having to know, like, if this comes out, what somebody would think of me, what somebody would say, what that life will be like. Me living like I don't give up no matter what. I don't give up no matter what. What that life would be like when you have that loved one and you just doing it bold. I mean, that person need that. Ooh, baby, that person need that. Ooh, knock me on. Listen, that person need that. That person need all of you. Don't hide. Get behind the walls. You understand? Get behind the walls. There's nothing that Almighty God cannot do in your life. Just allow Him to come in. Allow Him to connect. Allow Him to come into your heart and say, Lord, I want to see me how you see me. I want you to touch where it hurts, where it aches, where I want to do it, but then again, I don't know. This is all I know. I don't want to be in my flesh. I want to be with you. I want you to take me higher, and I want to know what that high will feel like when I'm with you. I want to know your love. I want to accept your love, and I want your love to be in me. So when you send my next opportunity and my next person along the way, I would know how to love her. I would know how to love him because I have your love, and you will show me how to love myself first. And then that way I will learn how to love others. And I want y'all to know that this is not about a you, a I. This is all about a we. And I'm like so at peace with many things in my life that I was just wrestling with. And the Lord's love had guided me to a place where is that, I can love like God loved. And me learning how to love myself first, it had taught me many valuable lessons that, yes, it is safe to guard your heart, but having that discernment when to allow people into your space and you being unapologetic about where you've been, because you know where you've been had made you who you are today. And you know that there's no yoke of bondage on you. And you know that you've been set free. That your mind does not have the chatters. You don't have monsters coming after you. You're not having nightmares. You're not trying to be someone that you're not. You are actually in the presence of God, knowing that He is your rock, your fortress, your God, your strength, your buckler, your horn of salvation. And you know that He is the Most High. And at that right hand, baby, at that right hand is pleasures forevermore with Him. And may this experience sit well with you all. And may the mighty God come in your mind space and allow you to recreate the programs that you need to help you to know who you are